Allie reads. Okay, this is going to be my first ever summer TBR, so let's get started. The first book I have in my stack of TBRs today is Love and Other Unknown Variables by Shannon Lee Alexander. I actually went to a book signing about a month ago, and she was one of the authors that was there, and so I knew I just had to get her book. She was so funny, so personable. I actually got to go watch a panel, and she was on there, and she was making me laugh the entire time. So I knew I had to check out her book. I don't know everything about it yet, but from what I've seen, it's kind of about like a nerdy boy who has a crush on this girl, super sweet, and he has a really bright future, but it's supposed to be a coming-of-age novel, so this looks super cute, and I can just tell this cover is adorable. I mean, just look at the love part, and one of the things I loved about this cover was like the mathematical things they like incorporated into it, like the pi sign and the square root sign. I just thought those were so cute, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I need to check out this book. So I had her sign it for me, and yeah, Allison, keep writing and dream big. And then she put down always hope, which I think is this theme in the book. As you can see, the always sign and the hope. And she actually gave out little tattoos too that had that exact symbol. So yeah, this looks like a super cute, fun read. I know people might compare it to The Fault in Our Stars, kind of, I think, but I've heard a lot of things that say it's really unique and really fun. So I would definitely check this out, guys, and I'm hopefully going to be reading this summer, so you should too. The next book in my summer TBR list is The Secrets We Keep by Trisha Lever. This book came out in the beginning of May, I believe. It's about two teenage twin sisters. One of them is more in the popular crowd, and the other one is kind of a little quieter. She's more artistic. The younger one lives kind of in the older sister's shadow, and what happens is apparently the older one gets in a car crash and ends up dying. The younger sister decides to take her place. This book looks super sad. She believes that the car crash is her fault and that her sister died kind of because of her, and so she decides to become her older sister, and people believe her. They don't realize there's anything different about it. And so like even in the front cover it says, caught in a web of lies, Ella is faced with two options: confess her deception and risk devastating those who love Maddie, or give up all of her own dreams and live her sister's life. I think this looks really interesting. When I first saw the cover, I was like, oh, this is so cute, like two sisters and like party lights, like, ooh, that's so cute. And then today I looked a little harder at it and I was like, wait, I think those are like ambulance lights. And then the whole cover just kind of like got this whole different meaning, and I was like, oh. The next book on my summer TBR list is also by Trisha Lever. She co-wrote it with Lindsay Curry, and it's called Creed, and this one's a horror novel. And it's about these three teens. The car breaks down in the middle of nowhere, and they end up finding this like small town, but it's deserted. And they see like a newspaper on the counter with like today's date, and they're really freaked out. And then a bunch of like crazy stuff starts happening. It's supposed to keep you up at night. I heard like a lot of people are freaked out. And Trisha Lever actually got this idea for this book in a nightmare. And I got the chance to talk to her. She came to my school even, and I got to talk to her for like an hour. She was so nice. And she told me like how much she loves nightmares, because nightmares for her are like where she gets all of her story ideas from. I thought that was super interesting, and the cover is so creepy. You can see the three teens right there. Looks like it's a pretty short read. Looks super good, and I cannot wait to check it out. Also, I think Trisha Lever has another book coming out this fall called Hardwired. It's a little magnet she gave out for the swag. But I don't really know what this one's about. It just says genetically flawed and perfectly human. So I bet this one will be good too. So I guess check out her books, and if you end up liking them, this one might be one to check out. Next up on my TBR list is The Storyteller by Jodi Picoult. This book is kind of old. I think it's a few years old actually, and as you can tell, the book has been well loved. My grandma actually gave me this book and really wants me to read it. She loves reading too. It's about a girl named Sage, and she's a baker, and she's recovering from her mother's death. So Joseph tells Sage a huge secret and asks her for a favor, and in order for her to help him out, there are going to be huge consequences, possibly even legal ones. So she's a little hesitant, and this puts their friendship kind of on edge. And I actually really wanted to read this after I found out that my grandma wanted me to read it, because I think it has some World War II historical parts to it. Anything from that kind of era really interests me, so I was super into it and can't wait to read this. And I know Jodi Picoult wrote a couple new books with her daughter, and one, I think, Off the Page is just coming out or is about to come out. and I heard that one's really good too. So I don't know, everything Jodi Picoult is pretty much amazing, so I would just recommend it all. The next book on my TBR list is The Fifth Way by Rick Yancey. I know this book has been out for a super long time, but with the movie coming out next year, I really knew I needed to hop on this train, read it, see it for myself if I liked it. And as you can tell, it's a signed copy. I have this problem with buying books that are signed. A book could be like just here for me, but then if I see it signed, I'm like, whoa, up here, oh my gosh. It gets like so much higher on my list. I don't know why, it just becomes like 10 times more valuable to me. So when I saw that this is like the only one that was signed, the only copy in the bookstore, I was like, oh my gosh, gotta get it, it's time to read it. So here it is, and hopefully I'll get the chance to read this summer too. Okay guys, it's confession time. I am probably one of the only booktubers who has not read The Mortal Instruments yet. Don't hate before you hate. I just want to let you know I'm actually in the middle of City of Bones right now. I know that's just the first one, but I'm really enjoying it so far, and as you can see, I am that much into it, so pretty much halfway into it, and I'm really liking it, and I plan to read this, so I really want to read as much as I can in the series this summer, because I know the show comes out like this fall. I really want to see how amazing it is, because I know everyone raves over the series and the Infernal Devices too. I think part of the reason I just never got around to these books is because they are super long, and I was never really looking for a huge commitment from a couple years ago. I like books that are like, 3 at most, because I like to read other books too, and I like to have different stories and meet different characters, so I was a little bit about starting a series that is so long and that you have to put so much time into. But now after I've heard all the raving from people and how amazing it's supposed to be, I knew I had to start. So I am, if you guys are wondering, if you want to follow along, I'm on page 244 right now, so you can go look. No spoilers, please. It's so hard already just to get on BookTube or on Twitter and not see spoilers. I'm always like, oh no, I didn't see that, so no spoilers, please. But I am really liking this so far, and this is my current read, and I hope to read more of these this summer too. So that is it for my summer TBR so far, guys. Hopefully I will get more done, but who knows. Of course, new books will probably come in. I never go in line like I want them to. There's always some book that I see automatically, and I'm like, everything else, go aside, I don't care, I'm reading this one now. So, I don't know, those are like what I have planned so far, but subject to change. I get off course so easily. Woo! So yep, this is my summer TBR so far, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you liked it, please comment and subscribe below. I would love to hear what you guys thought if you've read any of these books. Just please, no spoilers. You can follow me on Twitter at Ali_reads, or you can follow me at awitucky for my personal Twitter, or my personal Instagram, which is at AllisonWitucky. So that's it for today, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye!